Welcome back to your own Reviews channel. In this video we will be reviewing and breaking down a comedy action movie from 2016 named Keanu. Hope you'll like this one as well. So sit back and enjoy the video. Smoke and Aldreston, a duo of hitmen famously known as the Allentown Boys, infiltrate a drug processing plant operated by a Mexican drug cartel and eliminate everyone present, including the leader King Diaz. The two of them manage to snatch Diaz's feline companion Iglesias, but as they get momentarily distracted by the arrival of police officers, the cat makes a daring escape. Meanwhile, Rell has just gone through a breakup with his girlfriend. He discovers the cat on his doorstep, instantly bonds with it, and decides to name it Keanu. Rell's cousin Clarence pays him a visit to lift his spirits and also gets acquainted with Keanu. Interestingly, Rell and Clarence bear a striking resemblance to the assassins. 2 weeks later, Clarence finds himself alone as his wife, Hannah, and daughter go on a trip with Hannah's new husband, Spencer. Feeling a bit down, Clarence's friend Rell decides to cheer him up by taking him to see a Liam Neeson movie. Rell believes that Clarence needs to let loose and be himself. However, when they return to Rell's house, they discover that it has been ransacked and their beloved cat, Keanu, is missing. Distraught, Rell brings Clarence to his weed dealer, Holker, who reluctantly reveals that the local gang, the 17th Street Blips, may be responsible for the break-in. Holker directs them to a downtown strip club where they hope to find more information. Rell convinces Clarence to adopt a gangster persona in order to gain the gang's trust. They go by the names Tectonic and Shark Tank. At the strip club, they meet High C, who initially doubts them but eventually introduces them to the gang's leader, Cheddar. However, Cheddar mistakes them for the Allentown Boys. Cheddar has Keanu, now named New Jack, and they request the cat's return. Cheddar agrees, but only if they accompany the gang as expert advisors on a drug deal. Reluctantly, Clarence and Rell agree to the dangerous mission. Smoke and Oil are currently on the lookout for Keanu and manage to track him down to Holker. They gather information from Holker regarding the ongoing deal involving Rell, Clarence, and the Blips. Following a team-building exercise, Rell, Clarence, High C, and 3 other gang members head to their delivery location. While Clarence stays back to introduce the young men to Keegan-Michael's music, Rell and High C proceed with the sale. Surprisingly, the buyer turns out to be Anna Faris, who is partying with friends. Faris challenges High C to shoot Rell during a game of truth or dare. When High C refuses, a confrontation occurs resulting in the tragic deaths of Faris and her friends, leaving Rell shaken. Later at the strip club, Clarence accidentally consumes holy shit, leading to a drug-induced experience where he finds himself in a Keegan-Michael music video and hears Keanu speaking to him in the voice of Keanu Reeves. Concerned about his cousin, Rell convinces Clarence to take Keanu and leave. However, they are intercepted by the Allentown Boys on their way to the car. Meanwhile, Clarence receives a distressing call from Hannah, who informs him about an uncomfortable incident involving Spencer. Clarence is furious about the situation. Rell and Clarence find themselves in a perilous situation as they are tied to chairs by the Allentown Boys. However, thanks to Keanu's resourcefulness, Rell manages to break free from his restraints and untie both himself and Clarence. Taking advantage of the situation, they seize the guns belonging to their captors. As the Allentown Boys approach, Rell and Clarence unleash a barrage of bullets, seemingly eliminating their adversaries. As they make their way out of the building in search of Keanu, Rell and Clarence unexpectedly encounter the Blips. Unfortunately, Cheddar has learned their true identities from Holker and insists that they accompany him to a meeting with the Mexican drug cartel at their mansion the following morning. During the meeting, the Blips introduce Clarence and Rell as the supposed Allentown boys to King Diaz's cousin, Bacon. However, when Bacon demands to know Keanu's real name, Iglesias, Cheddar refuses to comply. This sparks a fierce gunfight between the two rival gangs. In a surprising turn of events, Clarence and Rell realize that the team-building exercise they went through with the gang has greatly improved their communication skills. They swiftly grab guns and fight their way out of the mansion, determined to rescue Keanu from Bacon's clutches. Unfortunately, their escape comes at a cost. Rell is shot in the leg, and Clarence sustains a gunshot wound to his hand. Rell, without a driver's license, takes control of Bacon's getaway car with Bacon and Keanu in the back. Clarence pursues them in Bacon's son's car. The chase ends at Clarence's house, where Rell crashes into the front yard, sending Bacon flying through the windshield. Bacon tries to shoot Rell, but Clarence runs him over. Bacon gets up, only to be shot and killed by Cheddar and the Blips. The Blips threaten Rell and Clarence, but High C, who is actually an undercover police officer, intervenes and forces them to drop their weapons. When Cheddar tries to shoot her, she takes him down. The police arrive, and High C reveals that Faris and her guests were part of the operation and are alive. Rell and Clarence will still go to jail for their actions, including the killing of the Allentown boys, but High C promises to testify for leniency and agrees to go on a date with Rell after their release. 6 months later, Rell and Clarence have gained respect in jail for taking down the Allentown boys. High C, who has been looking after Keanu, informs Rell that Keanu has a rare disease and will remain a kitten forever. In a post-credit scene, the Allentown boys are shown to have survived and returned to their car. Thanks for watching this video. Kindly press that like button, share it with your buddies and subscribe my channel.